Okay, what's up, guys? I'm getting a little bit bored of Realm of Mad Gods, and so I'm just gonna be doing a 4 or 5 part series on 20XX. And if you guys don't know what 20XX is, I don't think a lot of you will know what 20XX is, but if you guys have played Mega Man before, it's pretty similar. Seems like it's on Mega Man X. I haven't played this game in a while, so could have had some major updates. Okay, so at the beginning you get this Mega Man 2 reference, and then this other thing. But the story is a lot different from the original Mega Man, because what I get from this is that Nina and Ace, who are supposed to be based off of X and Zero, are defied the people who built them, and not the other way around. So it seems like they're technically the bad guys in this game. So I think that's an interesting part of the story. Okay, let me make sure my settings are. Let me check my controls. Okay, primary tech, jump. Okay, I think this should work now. I just need to configure the controls. Okay, looks like the game got a little bit of a visual upgrade from the last time I played it. Let's see what else is different. They add anything? Okay, same stuff as usual. The only difference is that we're on version 1.11 now. So you have your ranged and melee character, kind of like Mega Man X. Yeah, I need to do something quickly. There we go. Okay, the controls don't want to save here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out why it's not working. Okay, so I have B for accept. Okay, so it looks like it's not gonna let me change the controls with that. So 20XX is also roguelike, which means that the map changes every time, and the bosses that you and the type of stage and the boss that you fight is always in random order. So that makes it all the first ones in random order, and then you can choose. So in my opinion, this game is about as hard as a Mega Man or Mega Man X game, but well, it might be harder, but it seems the same difficulty just because it's more forgiving. Like if you fall, you only lose a 1 hit point. But there is a hard mode, and I think one of the things that you can do in hard mode is make it so it's like insta kill bottomless pits that instantly kill you. I think it's like that. I forgot, it's been a while since I've played. And I really like this game because it's kind of a mix of Mega Man and Contra in the sense that it's like Mega Man because you have your range and your melee character, and you get the boss abilities, and it's kind of like Contra because this game is hard and you can also play 2 players. So it's a hard game that you can make easier by doing co-op. So it's kind of like Mega Man and Contra combines. Or Mega Man and Metal Slug, however you want to think of it. Yeah, so I think that Ace is good for the bosses, but for the stage in general, you should choose Nina because of the ranged weapons. But for Ace, you'd want to have low range and high damage. So the good thing about co-op is that you'd have both because there's 2 players. But I mean, on 2 players, if you really want to, you can have 2 of the same character. But that kind of defeats the purpose because both characters have their good stats on them, like ranged weapons or high damage. Okay. And there's also permadeath in this game, so if you die, you start back from the first level. So that's kind of the reason this game's forgiving with how little damage you take, because death is extremely punishing in this game. Alright, so an enemy just dropped a token and fell off the edge. So let's see if I can make this wall jump here. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to go this way then. Okay, I was gonna say I could probably take advantage of invincibility frames, so that's not gonna work. Okay, got a free crate full of nuts. So basically in 20XX there's like 8 bosses, and so there's 2 bosses of each element. So there's 2 ice bosses, 2 jungle, there's 2 I don't know what it's called. Okay, so there's 2 ice bosses, there's 2 fire bosses, there's 2 sky bosses, and there's 2 plant bosses. Except I think the type of map where they come from really doesn't like mean their attributes. I think it just means that that's where their boss battle is. Like there's 2 boss fights in the jungle, 2 in the ice world, 2 in the fire world, and then 2 that are in the sky. So I think what I meant to say was that there's 2 bosses for each kind of stage. So there's 4 types of stages in this game. They each have their own gimmicks. Like the jungle has disappearing blocks, the fire has lava, ice one has beehives, and the sky has platforms. So they each have their own gimmicks and elements to it. Okay, so I'm on my last hit point. I need to be careful with the last few hits on this boss. Okay, there we go. So I really like the upgrades that you can get in this game, and there's also armor parts for both characters. Okay, I'm gonna go for Shatterbeak, which is the other ice boss. I'm going for him because he's easy and he has a good weapon. Wait, did the game just freeze? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, and I died.